Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at Polygon Matic. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. Jumping into the daily chart on TradingView, we can see that I have set up this Elliott wave theory that I've covered in the previous video. We'll go through it real quick, but if you haven't seen the previous video, make sure to check it out before watching this one, because I'm not going to be repeating a lot of the stuff that I said in the previous update for the sake of the length of the video. And that video is going to be on the right top hand section of your screen right now. You can click on the card and watch the previous update and then come back to this one. With that being said, we have our wave 1, wave 2 pullback, massive wave 3, wave 4 pullback, which was a bit nasty, and then the wave 5, we have a target at $6.70. Obviously, we may not get to that target by the end of the year, or we can even get overextended and go all the way to $12. But, that's just if, nobody knows. Nobody knows how overextended we're going to get on these projects. The important thing is that you need to understand and have your goals and have your financial goals set and have your exit strategies set and ready to go, because you want to know if you want to sell and take profits or you're holding for the long term for the next 4 to 5 years. You want to know what you're doing with your crypto. If you're taking profits, then have the sell orders, right? Buy in the dips and have the sell orders at these targets by the end of the run. And if the project gets overextended, it's going to come back down either way. But the important thing is that you have taken profits. Okay, so I can't stress that enough. Don't be too greedy, guys, because if you are going to end up being too greedy, you're going to ride it all the way up and then ride it all the way down. So yeah, now you can see that we have two targets before the 1.618 at the 1.414, $5.03, and at the 1.272 at $4.07. So you can dollar cost average your way out of the project by selling bits of your tokens on the way up as you go, because if you wait for the top, you're not going to be able to catch the top. Very few people will be able to do that. And yeah, now looking at the fib, we've broken through the golden ratio, the 0.618, which is great. We do have a resistance level at $1.71, and I did share that in the last video. And as you can see, we barely got there like twice already. And you want to see us hold the 0.618, and you want to see us hold the 20 EMA as support. If you see the EMAs having too much space in between them, then you're going to have a pullback. That is one of your kind of indicators of a pullback. So far, we're doing pretty good. As you can see, this support level has been holding very nicely for Matic. So if you can adhere to that support while the 20 EMA catches up and while the 55 EMA catches up, that would be great. But as you can see, you're sort of in a ascending triangle right now. You do have this resistance above you, and you're coming up, and you're going to get squeezed up by the EMAs, and eventually you're going to pop out of that level. But after that, after you break through this resistance, you're looking at $1.97 at the 0.786 on the large Fibonacci retracement, okay? So jumping into let's jump into Binance. Now, jumping into Binance, I did cover this inverse head and shoulders in the last video. What I want to cover right now is this larger inverse head and shoulders that you can see. So this is the head, this is the left shoulder, this is the right shoulder, and within the right shoulder, there is a smaller inverse head and shoulders pattern playing out. So patterns, within bullish patterns, it's all looking great. So this huge yellow resistance is the neckline out of this large inverse head and shoulders. And as you can see, you have started breaking out of it. And right now you're in a technical target to the upside. Now, what is that target, you ask? Basically, you take a trend line from the bottom of the head all the way up to the resistance, to the neckline, then you place it at the point of breakout, and that will give you your target, and that pretty much takes you to $3.17. Okay, that pretty much takes you to that second level on the fib. And the fib that I have set up over here is from the peak in September all the way to the swing low in September, and that gives us a 1.618 of $2.55. All right, so that's your first target after breaking the high. Okay, the high is sitting at $1.79, right? Then you have your target out of this smaller inverse head and shoulders that I covered in the last video, and you can see that is sitting at $1.85. So by completing this pattern and getting to your technical target, you will break the previous high and thus giving you another technical target to the 1.618. Hopefully that's easy to understand. So after that, you're looking at $2.58, and providing we can hold support and you're going to have little pullbacks along the way, it's going to be a bumpy ride, you could say, but you're going to have to hold support on the fib levels, hold support on the 20 EMA and the 55 EMA. You're going to have these little wicks that will bounce off of the EMAs, so you want to have your buy orders ready and set to go because they're going to get filled once the price drops there briefly. And yeah, with a large inverse head and shoulders pattern, you're looking at the second fib level over here at $3.17. And from where we are right now, that is almost 100% trade. So that's looking very good. If we jump into the RSI on the daily chart, you can see that we had a bounce from this crossroads on the support RSI levels, right? And from there, we had a strong move towards the upside, and now we're consolidating a bit. And once you start getting to the overbought, you can potentially look to take some profits. And I really do think we're going to peak out in November, December. The whales might pull out a, pull out a little trick and just dump the markets in November because nobody would be expecting that, right? But what I think is going to happen is we're going to have a strong rally by the end of the month. We're going to have a pullback, and we're going to close the month at $63,000, $64,000, just like Plan B on Twitter has been, giving out targets basically for the closures of the monthly candles. So we can go as high as 70,000 in October, have that pull back to 63,000, and in November you're looking at $90,000+. And I think in December that's when we're gonna have a pullback. That's when we're gonna have a lot of people being too bullish, too greedy. That's when you want to be taking profits, and I would even suggest taking profits along the way, So yeah, two inverse head and shoulders patterns. You have your targets at the fib levels, right? If I take a look at the MACD, as you can see, we had a bullish crossover here, which is always a signal to buy. We had a moving average squeeze over here, where the moving average just bounced off the signal line, and that gave you another massive move towards the upside. And here on the stochastic RSI, you're waiting to get to the overbought over here, and you can get there and stay there until mid-November, right? You can stay there for a couple of weeks. Look at the weekly chart as well, and yeah, it's looking very good. Have your targets ready, guys. Have your sell orders ready, because I think the next couple of months are going to be incredibly bullish. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. Make sure to check out the Telegram chat and the Discord server. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.